Good morning, everyone. Dave DeBerardinis here, live streaming in from Burlington, Vermont, up here in the northeast corner of the United States. Want to welcome everybody on the call. Looks like we have people literally from all over the world. From the Hong Kong area, from other parts of Asia, Philippines, and like that, as well as the United States, France. We're just so glad you guys are here. So we're going to get started. We got a lot of information that we're going to give you today. Just seeing who's on here. Good morning, Colise. Gayetta, hello. Bruce, good morning. Kimosabe, ATC, welcome. Bobby Eaton, welcome, welcome. Good stuff. Who else we have on here? Just maybe log back in. Brucey's here, Darlene's here. Cool, let me close that off. So guys, today, this is training for our team. We have other guests on the call. So if you're a guest, welcome. We're glad that you're here and checking out what's happening with our company and where it's moving to. We've got this call broken down in just 3 parts. The first part, I'm gonna give everybody the story, really the backstory of how we got here and how quickly this has transpired, where we're headed. Then we'll bring out a product expert and have a conversation on some of our amazing products, which is why a lot of this came together. And then I've got a special guest, a gentleman who has actually grown a very substantial business with 60,000 members in Asia, speaking of Asia alone. And you're going to want to hear from him and where we are and what you need to be doing right now to create synergy and grow your business in a dramatic way. So first of all, the backstory. There is a very wealthy Chinese investor who owns 2 direct sales companies in China. They are both performing and producing over $1 billion a year in sales each. One of them is actually creating over $2 billion a year each. The one thing that he wants to create that has never been done before in this industry is the ability to have the 2 largest global markets with a company that can service both, and that's the United States, and that is China. Okay, so he's built them in China. He's tried twice to create something between the 2 countries. Here's what he's done now, and here's why we're here in front of you today. He contacted a man through an intermediary. His name is Kent Wood. Kent was he was a very fantastic history. He was the chief controller of a global company called Tahitian Nani. He probably the way people know him the most. He was the founder and CEO of a company called Zango. Zango broke many of the records in this industry for growth, for expansion, and they grew it from 0 to a $50 million a month business, so about $600 million a year. So because of that, this investor, through the intermediary, reached out to him. He was available, loved the idea and the concept. So what he did is he started putting together his management team that helped him grow Zango and other companies very successfully. One of the most notable ones he brought on board, his name is Craig Johansson. Craig has a resume that is absolutely awesome. I'm just going to touch on 2 or 3 parts. Most recently with Quivana, helped get that company going and created the marketing to generate over $1 million in sales the very first day. When he was with Zango, working with Kent Wood, they were in 43 countries, 27 different office locations, 49 distribution centers, more than 2 million distributors, with about $2 billion in cumulative sales. So Kent put together this team that has done it before and brought that to the table with the investor. They reached out to the owner of Tavala. That's the company that we are with, Tavala. This was started about 2 years ago. The brainchild of a master formulator and a very successful business person named Boyd Waltman. He is a master formulator. They came to Boyd and said, we love some of your products, and one of them is a product called Trim. Would you formulate a product like this, a weight loss, appetite suppressant product that we can take to market as we open our new company. Now, Boyd is 84 years old. His most recently in the last 6 months, his wife has, her health is not as strong, and he had been wanting to spend more time with her. So as they presented and asked him if he could help formulate products, Boyd had an idea and made a suggestion. He said, how about, since we already have a track record with 40,000 customers and distributors with a product that we know already works, would you guys consider not only buying the product, but buying this company? And even though this new company called ViiVa had not considered merging or entering into a strategic partnership with another company, because the product line was here, because there was already a track record here, they chose to combine forces with Tavala. So that's why we're here today. So a couple of things in terms of just the baseline here. This company, this new one, which will be called ViiVa, V-I-I-V-A, will go live on January 9th. We're still in pre-launch right now, okay? So think about that. This is an existing company with products with the track record, but we're now in pre-launch. For those of you who are experienced network marketers, you understand how exciting, how dynamic, how explosive a pre-launch can be. Most pre-launches, you don't have products, so you're not earning money. You're selling the vision, but there's no income, right? Well, you get to do both here. You get to earn money right now by enrolling with Tavala and participate in and become part of the new vision, ViiVa, okay? One of the most exciting pieces for my wife, Joy, and I, we had left a previous company 2 years ago and walked away from a very sizable paycheck to be here with Tavala because we believed in their mission, we believed in their heart, and who they were being. When we met with the owners, the management team, Kent Steinway, Craig Johansson this past week, and looked in their eyes, we felt the same level of comfort, and that is very important. Trust is very important for us. We're the type of people, when we're with a company, we'll be there for 10 years, right? We don't jump around. So we were really pleased that these guys have the same heart, the same vision, okay? That's number one. On the business side of it, they are changing the compensation plan starting January 9th, 2019, from what we have now, which is a unilevel, which is a very wonderful platform. It doesn't have the power or the explosiveness of other comp plans, but the new comp plan is going to be a hybrid binary. A binary, for those of you who are fairly new to the industry, is 2 legs. The beauty of the binary is your upline, people above you, as they bring in on new people, they've got to put them down below you. You get what's called spillage, meaning people above you are putting people below you, and you can get paid and have the ability to get paid on them, the people that are being placed below you. So the advantage of a binary, besides the overall the help from above, it also creates an urgency and a speed that can take a company from formulation stage to momentum or acceleration stage, and that's where the big, massive incomes, long-term incomes, are created in the industry. So we have the binary for the speed and the power. On the back end, we still have a unilevel or a check match system that goes down 9 levels and maxes out. Even the lowest levels are still at 5% of the matching checks. So we have the best of all worlds. We have a product that already has a track record. We have a management team that already has a track record. So what we're saying and suggesting to our team right now is you want to keep building your Tavala business, keep growing it quickly, because as this transitions from the unilevel into the binary, the sooner someone gets in, the higher up on the binary they will be placed. So it is vitally important that you enroll, that people understand that by waiting, they're going to be in a lesser position to create the kind of money that we know is going to be here. It can still be done, but why wouldn't you want to be at that higher level? Okay. So guys, we are very, very excited. And once you keep looking at what this program is, how it came together, what we have in front of us, I think you'll share our same excitement. Val is, he's a business guy. Let's start with that. He has been involved with 20 startups and turnarounds, many companies that were losing their way. He would go in and consult and take a look, figure out, put in plans, put in systems, and create and get them back on schedule. He's had a great career in network marketing. With the networking, he had built a team of over 60,000 people in Asia. He's developed some very unique strategies using Facebook and Facebook Messenger to create and put 15,000 people to teams. One of the reasons I wanted to bring Val out here, a couple of reasons. Number one, Val, we kind of knew we were in the same last company. We really didn't know each other. When he came here, he was recommended by the person who connected him with Tavala to seek out Joy and I, so we're forever grateful for Romeo. But Val, we've been kind of getting to know each other for the last, I don't know, 14, 18 months or so. And you've been busy with your construction business there in Seattle. And in the last week, you have been lighting up like a pinball machine. And I guess the question is, what the hell happened? What are you seeing here right now? Share that with me.
Well, really, once they came out with Amazon Gold. First, if you'll permit me, let's answer one of the basic questions that people have. Why network marketing? Okay. Network marketing, and I'm not real comfortable talking about myself, but let's just many things. Network marketing is the only place where you can start with very little and you can build ownership in the markets of $1 billion company. I mean, you own some of the rights to the markets of these companies. I don't know any other way you can do that. So that makes this a special kind of situation, okay? I'm clearing myself out a little bit here, so if I cough, forgive me. So from that point, about this, what you're looking for if you want a really big play. I mean, there's a lot of decent network big play. You're looking for a grand slam walk-off home run if you're watching the World Series right now. You want to win the thing. It's about timing. In the restaurant business, they always talk about location. In most businesses and in network marketing, I personally believe it's about timing. It's being in that place when the stars align so that you're riding that wave. I use these metaphors, but it builds some imagery. What you want to do is you want to use the momentum of the situation, and that happens when you get the stars in alignment and you've got this big, massive wave. You want to paddle like crazy before the wave gets there so that you can ride that wave to the beach, right? So you've got to learn how to identify, oh, there's a wave coming. Because if you wait until the wave is where you are, you're just going to be there dead in the water watching it pass you, and then you're trying to catch up to the wave, but that's not what you want, right? So let's talk about this situation a little bit, if you will let me. One, when the announcement came out the other day, I was a lot like you. It's like, huh, all right, well, what's this going to mean? What's going on, right? Call me the positive skeptic. I'm not cynical, but I'm skeptical. It's like, all right, well, let's just see what's going on. So very quickly, a few pieces of information came out, and my adrenaline level went through the roof. Because this is what we're here for, is because somebody told us we had the belief that at some point in time, the stars are going to align.
Yeah, right.
Okay. We've got some big business builders here. Zon, you, me, maybe some other people on your team. We've got this background and experience. We just want to be in the spot, right? When the stars align. So what are the stars? One, you've got capital with commitment. Yeah, that's a big deal. There's some people that have capital, they're not willing to commit it. There's some people have commitment, they don't have the capital.
Explain what you mean by that, capital with commitment.
Capital with commitment. You've got somebody who's got the experience, the commitment, and the passion. Obviously, he's got 2 multi-billion-dollar companies. He's got the excitement and commitment to this industry. And he's turned his focus on this. Now, we don't need to get into all the reasons why somebody from China would want to do this and here, there. But these 2 markets are like trying to plug your razor into an outlet in England. They don't plug in together. It can be difficult for Chinese businesses to come here, North American and European businesses to go there. It can be done. This guy helps to tie those together. So I'm excited about that. You've got capital with commitment. You've got market. You've got access to huge markets, billions of people. Secondly, you've got a management team. This is really critical. You've got a management team who has been through the wave. They've got the experience. And to me, what's equally important here is maybe they've had some struggles. Maybe they didn't achieve they've got something to prove. Does that kind of make sense? You follow me with that?
Yeah.
So are they
right?
So we've got an experienced management team with committed capital and global markets. We've got experienced field leaders. I have things that I know how to do where I've thrown a lot of people into groups. I'm in awe of you. You sponsored, you enrolled 400 people frontline in 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, okay, I'm going to learn things from you. The team is going to benefit from this. Okay. I know who Zahn is. I don't know him personally, but I know what his background is because he and I were both in Monavie. Okay. I know what happened at Monavie with a product line that's not as good as what we've got in a market not as big. I know what happened in Zango because of a product line that's not as good as what we've got in a market not as big.
Right.
So we've got the field leadership and the systems already in place. We don't need to reinvent this. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, okay, we have a head start. We've got a 60 to 90 day head start. And we know what an S curve is. I don't know if you've got the ability to share that or not, but organizations go through an S curve. And the front part of that is called formulation, preparation, getting to know each other, whatever you want to call it. We usually call it formulation, right? And then after some period of time, the energy level and the excitement and the teamwork kicks into place, and this thing goes into acceleration. And what we want is for that period of acceleration to be as long and as steep as possible. That's where the big play, the big money comes in, right? So all of these factors that are in place here tell us that this is going to be epic. There's never been a situation like this in network marketing that I'm aware of. If you know different, Dave, you can correct me, but I don't know any company that's ever opened the doors with 40 to 50 markets,
right,
field team like this, committed capital, product line proven. We've never seen this.
Yep.
Companies with far less have, like Monavie, did $1 billion a year in 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
So we have this expectation of potential. This is going to be epic. This is going to be a 3 or 4 year ride to $1 billion companies, and there are going to be a lot of people making a tremendous amount of money. Yeah. And we have every reason to expect that this is going to be a long run because we're looking for generational wealth.
Right.
So let me ask you a question. All the stars are all aligned. This is a real question. What is it that keeps an individual person, somebody that's going to look at this and like, What is it that keeps them from catching that wave and working real hard and getting on the wave? What is it that keeps them from doing that? Belief. And very shortly here, it's not going to be belief in ViiVa. That's going to be a done deal. We're going to explain to them why all the stars are aligned. So the belief isn't going to be an issue with belief in ViiVa or Tavala or us. The issue is going to be belief in themselves. Are we showing them something that they can easily duplicate, that they can do to achieve the success? Excuse me. So you asked me when we started talking,
yep,
what is it that I'm going to do?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
What is it that my team, well, that I'm encouraging my team to do? And that is invite. This gets real simple. To me, I think this gets real simple.
Yeah.
Right now, we don't need to have all the answers. We just see the stars are aligned. If you wait until you got all the answers before you start moving, the wave is already pushed.
Right.
Okay. Now's the time. And I've divided this up into 2 sections. 3 months, 3 months. This is the vision. 3 months of paddling. Okay. 3 months of formulation, preparation. Get your teams in place. Get the recruiting. Get everybody there so that they can learn how to do this. Learn how to access the meetings. Learn how to do this stuff. We've got about 3 months. 2 months before launch, and I think probably about 1 month after launch as it starts to build some momentum.
Right.
Then 3 months of work during acceleration. Inviting. I don't need to know how to do these presentations. If somebody wants to do this stuff, that's fine. But it's all here. You're doing it. I'm doing it. Zon's probably doing it. They just need to invite people and load these meetings up.
Right.
Because when people come into these, they're going to see the meeting list over there, and every week it's going to be more. And you've seen it, the announcing is like, oh, there's so-and-so from Orlando. There's so-and-so from Singapore. There's so-and-so from France. There's so-and-so from China, Hong Kong. And people are going to start looking at this going, wow, this is exciting. And then once the binary kicks in, oh, I didn't even talk about the compensation plan. The binary is what fuels this excitement, because this allows, I'm going to use a term we're not supposed to use, but I'm going to use it anyway. This allows exponential type growth. Okay, it doubles. That's what a binary does. 2 becomes 4, 4 becomes 8, 8 becomes 16, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, on and on and on. Pretty soon, X many months down the road, you got 1,000 people a week coming into the binary. Right. And people go in their back office, and you've seen this too, it's hilarious. You get these messages, oh my gosh, 300 people got in this week. That's 300 people down line from them in one of their legs. Now, what goes through somebody's mind when they see 300 people? They see the volume, and people will understand this more if they don't know about binary. They'll understand this more when we start talking about how you make the money. But they start seeing these massive amounts of money accumulating on one side of their binary.
Right. That's right.
And they realize all I need to do is start inviting people into these meetings that Dave is holding. I don't need to do the meeting. I don't need to know how to do it. I just need to invite people and get them into that link. And then they're going to be able to start capitalizing and earning off of this massive amount of money over there. And a few months down the road from there, they start making some money. Might be a few weeks.
Right.
And that's where it gets real. Because then what happens is you're going to start bringing people forward and saying, let me introduce you to Kelly. Kelly had never been in a binary before. Now she's making $1,000 a week. People are going to look at this and they'll go, wow, if she can invite, or if they can invite, I can invite. So we're giving people, my opinion, okay, my team, my opinion, we're giving them a simple work item that anybody can do. Anybody can go on social media pretty much and invite people. Just share a link. Say, look, there's something really exciting going on here. You need to come check this out. Here's a link.
Yep.
And the person that does the most inviting wins. You don't need to know. Kelly's awesome on the product. By the way, Kelly, thank you so much. My adrenaline level went up about 50 points. Right? Let me tell you something. What I took, when I listen to somebody, I try and take one thing out. And it's like, okay, this, to me, I'm the geek guy, right? You know what she said? This product line is the strategy of choice. Strategy of choice. If you're going to build a massive global network marketing team, okay? Now you've got a guy in China that's got $2 billion companies. You've got a management team that's taken companies up to the threshold of $1 billion a year with 2 million distributors. Why did they purchase Tavala? Dave, why?
Great question. Yeah. What was happening here to have them go, we want this?
What did I write down?
I don't know.
Strategy of choice. The product line has some products that are the strategy of choice. What more do we need? Belief, commitment, conviction. And this is what I'm encouraging my team. 3 months and 3 months. Invite, invite, invite.
So this next 3 months, it's growing, still growing our business. It's reactivating our members, our current ones. We've had a bunch of people reactivate in the last 48 hours, guys. Yep. Sharing, inviting. We say 2 a day, 5 days a week, 2 a day, 5 days a week. When Joy and I do that, we get 2 to 4 people a week signing up. So really simple, keep it basic. So for the next 90 days, that's what we're doing. And then the next 90 days, the wave is coming. It's time to point your surfboard at the beach and paddle like hell.
Yep.
Val made a valid point, is if the wave is under you right now and you're not moving, you're gonna be eating the dust.
No dust in a wave, Dave. There's no dust in a wave.
The small fish are going to be left behind with you. So
yeah, you know what? You know what the view is going to be? The people heading to the beach. You're going to be looking at their backside. Don't be the backside viewer. Be on the beach with us. Come on, let's go to the beach.
Yeah.
I'm so convicted on one thing, inviting, and you don't need to know all. I've had people say, don't wait for anything. Talk to the people you can talk to.
That's it.
And just figure out one script, one approach. Work with your upline growing leader and come up with a script, and then use it over and over and over and over again until it becomes part of you, and use it until you get rich, right? I have a mentor that I broke into network marketing with. I told you this story. Yeah. And he wasn't really good on social media and stuff like that. I'm going to tell you how he built his business. He sponsored more than 100 people. You've enrolled 400 people. I've never even heard of that in my experience. But he did it in gas stations. And I laughed because after being around him for a while, I realized he only had one script. He liked cars. And he just made sure he met one person every day. That was his thing, one a day in a gas station, so that he could add them to his prospect list. He was an old school guy. And he'd pull into the gas station and he'd get out and he'd start his tank going. And Why did he pick that state? Because he saw some guy there that looked like a good prospect filling up gas that had a car that he could talk about. And he'd pull in there and he'd say, hey, how do you like your car? Pretty soon they got a little conversation going. Now, why a gas station for him? Not sticking around long. Can't get into a big conversation. I mean, it's all strategic, right? So he'd say, look, I got to get out of here. You seem like a really thing. Let me give you your phone number. We'll connect. Maybe we can talk. I don't know. And because there was a little rapport going, the people would go, yeah, let me know what's going on. And he did that just one thing, just over and over and over again. He didn't complicate it by having to know 20 different scripts or memorizing all kinds of things. No, he just did one thing. And that's kind of what I'm encouraging, get them connected, and just do it over and over again. Get people into these meetings. That's the thing. Get them in a position where you can do the heavy lifting.
Yep, that's it. Val, you're inspirational. That was outstanding. We didn't really talk about a little bit about where we wanted to go, but what a thank you so much. That was fantastic. Your clarity and your brevity to be able to have that conversation is just fantastic. So I'm excited you're on our team. I'm honored that you're here. I know both Joy and I are. And I was so thrilled to see you when I was seeing you and Zan and a few of these other people, when their lights started clicking off, because you guys have built larger teams than Joy and I have. I'm going, okay, I need to know. That's why I did Zan the other day, and you and I talked. I said, what the hell? What did you see? I don't want to tell you what I thought you saw, because that'd be arrogant, because I hadn't been there before, but to say, what did you see? So thank you so much. I think we can take everything, and guys, everything that Val said, you could easily, in fact, I want you to apply it to your team. You may do it slightly different than Val. He's using Facebook Messenger. He has his own way and all. Just bring you, but keep it simple. But that's where we are. So we're going to end the unbelievable backing. We have a product line that we already know that's already been launched. We have people, we have a pre-launch with an existing product line. This is ridiculous. We're going to move to a comp plan that is going to light your fire. You need to be prepared. 90 days now, then another 90 days of working. 2 90-day sprints. Get your sweatpants, get your tennis shoes on. It's time to go to work, right? Thank you so much. You are absolutely stellar. Joy, thanks for being part of that.
Thank you.
Kelly.
Thank you so much.
You rock, brother. Thank you so much. Guys, have a fabulous rest of your day. You absolutely deserve it. We'll make this a YouTube video also so you can distribute it. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Val.
Bye for now.